YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy Carl coming back at you from Golden Gremlin Productions. This time around, we are going to be hopping into some of the legendary games. The first one on the list will be Michael Jordan versus Larry Bird in 1987. This should be a good one. If you are new, please like, share, and subscribe to the video. So as I go into this, I'm not going to give much feedback. I'm just going to watch. You might see some facial expressions, but I'm going to watch. Then I'll give some feedback towards the end of the game. So let's get into it.
Parrish and Waiters will jump it. Dennis Johnson. Oakley plays Parrish. Bird with the outside jump. It won't go. Michael Jordan the rebound. McHale plays Oakley. Parrish against Waiters. Curitan against Bird. Jordan hangs in the air. 2-0.
But this time of the game, they're just feeling each other out anyway to see what's going to work.
Jordan from 18.
That'll work.
Yeah, all night if he stays out. Or at least not called. Jordan one-on-one with Dennis Johnson. Hangs in the air.
Now we see how he got a 63.
Yep, exactly like this. Against one of the best defensive players in the game, Parrish.
That's because if we make a mistake, we forget it. We don't admit it. We don't even know it.
Jordan. He's got 8. That's 8-4. He got 28 in a loss against Washington the other night. Everybody talked about what a bad game he had.
Now that was a tough shot.
It was.
And basically it was a power shot rather than a finesse shot.
The one game you and I worked together last year was a Boston game. You made a great point that I had never considered. So many people say Larry Bird can't jump, but you bring out he really can.
Yeah, I was talking to him about that in one of the tweets that he did. Let's take a look at this play here, see where the foul is. He ran into a crowd there.
And some of us think he can't, or thought he can't jump.
That is a prodigious leap.
Boy, that's something. Jordan has all 9 of the Chicago points, and I'll tell you, he's so good.
I'll say this, though, because I know one great player can't beat a great team with another great player. I think that's like, and then I think if MJ would have had more in his bag at that time, I think he could have got his teammates more involved, and that team could have been a lot way better than what it was. I think if he would have been more of a better rebounder and a facilitator, not just a defensive and a scoring aficionado, then that Bulls team would have been way better, because I think a good player can make a decent player better than what they are just off of good passing. So
you're not even surprised.
Now Jordan, that's one thing he's going to not. If he's going to keep this up, he's not going to get very many assists.
Jerry Seastick. Larry Bird from 20.
We'll not get into a scoring duel with him. Just take his shots when they come and do the things he always. That's one of the things you have to discipline yourself not to do.
Waiters and Coulter. Now something will start happening. Jordan banged that one up too long. Waiters got it. Coulter lets it rip. Curitan pushed off, battling for the rebound. He's got Bird on the wing. Leaves it beautifully for Parrish. What a play. Jordan quickly on the attack at the other end.
Outstanding one-on-one play that was. Dennis played excellent defense on it all the way. Stored up. Now the injury you would have used in the game, you still got it. Great shot there.
Oh, boy. That was vintage Larry Bird. He's got 9. Bird against Curitan. Wheels, left-hand deal, score it, and a foul. Jordan against Dennis. It rimmed it, wouldn't go. Another rebound, Curitan.
I think one of the reasons that Chicago gets so many offensive rebounds is that Jordan makes them so conscious of his play. Great move again by Bird.
Bird for 3. Didn't get any. Parrish has the rebound. That won't go. Look at that Bird. He's everywhere. Tipped up and in finally by McHale. And just taking a rest.
Yeah, I was in the backcourt having a good time, so what do? Offensively, what do you think?
Or will the officials
Actually, back off.
Michael Jordan with it up top. Changed his shot, missed his shot. It's off the deck, and Rick Carlisle has 3 seconds left in the quarter.
If you're just a good player, cancel.
2, 1. It's good if it goes. It does. Score. As my old buddy Joe Dean would say, string music. At the end of the period, your score: Boston 32, Chicago 25. Game in which Bird was ejected the other night for the Celtics against Milwaukee. Bird from 18, bottom of the basket. Yes.
They must have thrown him straight.
Bird has 20. Bird spins by Kieran.
Shoulder that he put into.
They're down by 11 with 7:05.
What the Celtics are making him do is good shot there. Boy, was that a good shot.
3 guys on it.
What the Bulls are doing now, they're not executing very well.
What I noticed is that, like, because the Celtics were so good, their looks were a lot easier, and it seemed like Jordan was like forcing the issue as far as the offensive side of it. That's why players like LeBron, Larry Bird, and all of them, their teammates thrive around them because they create opportunities. Like, prime example, teammates are active, setting screens on the Celtics. For the most part, the Bulls is just like ISO, get it off the glass if Jordan missed type of deal. You know what I'm saying? So.
And Doug Collins wants to talk it over with his guy. Bill and I will join you next a week from tonight at Washington, where we'll look for the first time this year. Sellers beats McHale, hangs in the air, missed the tip, gets another chance. That's blocked away. Jordan with it. Bird got a piece of that, a whistle and a foul.
Let's take another look at it. Now there.
If the hands are part of the ball, that's not a foul, is it?
On the road it is. At home it's not.
I see. Michael Jordan makes the first. His first point of the quarter. He's got 16 in the game. 52-38. Boston leads it.
You'd say the front line is jumping all over him or something?
Wearing him out. Bird plays Jordan. Late whistle. Who's the foul going to be on? It's going to be on McHale.
Well, they can't. Let's see now. With McHale established. Yes.
He has 18. He's a 79% free throw shooter coming in. 5 out of 5 tonight. McHale up top. Seasting with a minute left until halftime. Bird shoots 2.
Bird and Jordan seem to be having a little conversation. And you'll never find a player that talks more trash, as they call it, out there on the court than Larry Bird. Or he talks to the other guys. Says, I don't know why they put you on me. You can't guard me, and stuff like that.
Jordan hangs in the air. That was a nice shot. Coach Carlisle really gave him a shot as he jumped. 21 for Jordan. That's his first field goal since the three-pointer to end the first quarter. 10 seconds left. Bird is mugged and fouled.
Let's take a look at Michael Jordan. Let's see.
David Thirdkill about to get into the game for Boston for the closing seconds. He makes them both. He's got 28. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. That's good if it goes. It doesn't, and the half is history. And a very impressive first half of work for the Boston Celtics. At the break, they lead at 60-46. Houston Rockets against Kevin Lockery's Bullets, who are off to a slow start. And the third quarter gets underway, and Chicago needs to battle back into this thing.
on a 12-man squad, the other two guys from the scrimmage, the other two guys are referee.
Did you ever referee?
Oh, yeah, that's a good way to get in fights with your teammates.
Bird has 30. McHale. I guess arrogance isn't the word for it, but there's just like you said, you know you can get it done. Well, Oakley got it done that time from Jordan.
See, that right there is a prime example of like him using his offense, the attention that he commands, to open up to basically make an easy look for his teammate. Say what you want about Larry Bird, because I know they're gonna say, oh well, he played with a bunch of Hall of Famers, but Larry Bird didn't need Hall of Famers to make the Celtics a #1 seed in the East. Similar to Kobe, basically Jordan needed his teammates really to elevate. You know what I'm saying? While Larry Bird was able to take the Celtics and turn them into, basically went from a lottery pick to #1 in his first season at that. They went from barely like 500, if not 500, to 61 games that first season. So I think it shows the difference in what the teammates look like with and without Larry Bird. They were a good team either way because of Larry Bird. So
Oakley with 14, 68-53. Bird for 3, nope. Jordan the rebound. Nobody there to rebound.
Everybody was surprised he missed.
Jordan needs to explode as he did early in the game. Bird blocked that. McHale the rebound. Dennis Johnson up the floor. Parrish beats Waiters off the dribble. Shoots 2.
Now that's 2 free throws that you ask yourself.
Technical on Michael Jordan as well.
You ask yourself, is it worth it?
Bird makes the tee. He's got 31. Jordan heads the other way with 7:15 left third quarter. Chicago needs to get hot. Dennis Johnson the foul. There's the start. Jordan the hoop.
Yes, he came out of the flex position.
It's his 4th foul. Jordan now with 24. He had 15 of those in the first quarter.
Importantly, is
Bird threw it away. Jordan the interception. 10 on the shot clock. 6:45 in the period. Jordan jumps in. It won't go. Tipped in by Oakley. Granville Waiters 2 on the shot clock. Jordan. Illegal defense against Boston. There's a break.
Larry Bird.
With the 24-second clock, why don't they just let him play zone? Jordan, yes. Chicago knocks at the door. Jordan with 27. It's an 8-point game, 73-65. It was 17 earlier in this quarter. Bird one-on-one with Carrington. He blocked the shot, but had to foul to do it.
That's why he was able to get to it.
Oh. Boston is killing him. Works. It has for the Celtics for years. Paxson, Bird got a piece of that. No whistle. Seasting against Jordan, who hustled back. Bird, that's 2-point country. He's got 35, and it's a 12-point game. Again, they can move to within 8. Here comes Paxson. He finds Jordan.
And from the outside, Jordan's a better shooter.
4:15 left, third quarter. Roberts, it won't go. Rebound, Waiters knocked away. Oakley with it. They can move to within 6. Jordan hangs in the air, yes. Boston calls timeout. This place is up for grabs. The Bulls are back in the ball game. It's 77-71, and we'll be back. 3 on the shot clock. Jordan's aware of that. 12 in the quarter, 33 on the night. Bird behind the back. Dennis Johnson can't control it. Jordan has a 3-on-1, keeps it himself. That's a good foul by Houston.
And 2 free throws don't have as much impact psychologically as a dunk shot would. Also, see that if he passed the ball off and they dunked it, the crowd would be still ringing your ears.
3, 2, 1. The quarter is over. At the end of 3, the Bulls are back in it. Celtics 84, Bulls 77. 12 minutes left. We got a good one going, William.
Yeah, these two guys went different directions, but they ended up in the same place.
84-81. Boston led 71-53. 9:55. Jordan. No foul, but score. Boston calls timeout. The crowd in Chicago is loving this comeback. 9:48 left. Boston 84, Chicago 83.
Now this is, I thought Jordan should have gotten a foul on this one on Robert Parrish.
Bird is double teamed, dishes it off. Parrish has not looked. Chicago can take the lead. It's Jordan. Off Oakley. The Bulls missed their first chance to Sellers. Doing a pretty good job on Bird. He misses again. Look at that pass.
Paxson has had himself quite a game.
Jordan changed it. Great shot. Great shot. He's got 39. Bird. Yes. He has 37. 6:20 left. Puritan against Bird. Almost once.
Almost.
Jordan goes to the base, wheels and deals. That's a brilliant shot. As good as they come. Bird takes a wild shot. Parrish the rebound. Yes. Jordan, good pass. Surprised Oakley. Sellers gets the hook.
I wish Jordan passed more. Like, you can tell, like, if his assist total was higher and he would get his teammates more into the game at that time of those early Bulls games and that team, they would have been a lot better than what they were. The reason why they struggle a lot is because they were relying solely on Jordan's like offensive capabilities. But the thing about it is he's eating up the shot clock. So when he misses, and what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Like how he just drove, the defense collapsed and it opens up the passing lane. You know what I'm saying? If he did more of that while mixing in his offense, that team definitely would have been way better. But
Jordan, drop it over to Oakley, went to Sellers. Good passing.
Oakley made after the pass. C-Stick. Yes.
Call out on Dennis Johnson, I believe.
4:16 left. Does he stay with Dennis or not?
He has to.
44 for Jordan. C-Stick. McHale foul line. Oh, that soft touch saved McHale there.
And I see that Doug Collins is going down the stretch with Brad Sellers, which is interesting.
Jordan has 45. Bird has 37.
How about 46?
How about that? Good fake. He missed the shot. Parrish missed the rebound. McHale got the next. He has 28, 8 in the quarter, and again, it's a 6-point game on Bird. Parrish set the pick. Roll low to Parrish. Down low, McHale. Yes.
And that right there is a prime example of why you need to get your teammates included. Regardless of whether or not Parrish and McHale are Hall of Famers, Larry Bird trusted them to be able to make passes and make the extra pass, get rebounds, stuff like that. I don't think Jordan fully trusted his teammates, so he ate up the shot clock. Now take it, I love Jordan as a basketball player, but I do think his goal was solely scoring. He's like, him and Kobe are like the exact same. So it shows like when they were on bad teams that, yeah, they could score and fill it up. And you know what I'm saying? The stat sheet might look crazy, but it didn't equal up to wins versus a player like Larry Bird, LeBron James, Magic Johnson, where passing, they're like almost a pass first player. So it gets their teammates engaged. So that means more easy looks for them down the stretch of the game. the games go smoother, the looks are easier, and they ended up winning the game because it's more quality shots versus somebody taking up 16 seconds of a shot clock or 8 to 10, and then it being a bad shot, and then you forcing your teammates to go get a long rebound. So
McHale, Parrish. Boston just sort of tiptoed away with this one in the last couple of minutes. Once Jordan got in the open floor, they conceded in the dunk. Bird plays keep away. It's Bird at the foul line. McHale with 4 on the clock to Bird. Nope, Parrish uncontested for the layup. It's over. Michael Jordan.
yeah, like so I like this shows though, even though Jordan had 48, the game ended up not being close at the end. It showed like if he would have relied more on his teammates, like his scoring kept them in the game for sure, but his teammates weren't involved. And those teammates he had, like, what was it, Cartwright and them that played on that team at the time? They bigs weren't terrible, they players weren't terrible. He had George Gervin at a certain point too. So it's like you can't fully blame the teammates if they're not being engaged in the game. Larry Bird got them engaged in games. It was games where, like I said, even when he missed a shot, he'll get the rebound, and if it was an open look, he's passing it. Or he'll dish it to Parrish, and Parrish will make the extra pass to McHale. So it's like teammates matter, but a player is only as good as he makes his teammates. You know what I'm saying? Like if Jordan was phenomenal scoring, but terrible as far as facilitating on a consistent basis. He only ever facilitated ever so often. You know what I'm saying? And his team suffered from it. His teams were a lot worse because of his lack of facilitation. In 87, he was only averaging 3 assists, so he's not really passing the ball. So his teammates are basically forced to crash the glass to get open looks. Or on the case he does pass it, they're not in rhythm and they're missing their shots, bro. So it's like it's really predictable as a player. Like if you know for a fact he's gonna ISO or he's gonna take the ball and he's gonna be the primary person that's shooting the ball, you could double down on him. Make the teammates beat him. That's basically what these teams were doing to Michael at the time. They were making the teammates beat him. Michael he could score all he wanted to, but if the teammates ain't doing it, it don't matter. But I've enjoyed this video, man. I'm gonna do more games, more legendary games. I got a lot of different players like Dominique Wilkins and them I'm gonna do. But until the next one, it's been your boy from Golden Grimmer Productions. Peace.